Welcome back to the 17 News at Noon podcast, where we share your news on your schedule.
Working in the spirit of the Golden Empire, this is 17 News at Noon.
And a good afternoon to you on this Wednesday. I'm Eitan Wallace in for Nicole Gitsky. Thank you for having us in. Well, we begin this hour with some breaking news. The Kern County Sheriff's Office says it is responding to a suspected homicide in Ridgecrest. The department said the incident happened at Graff Avenue and North Oak Lane in the city of Ridgecrest. They did not provide any additional information, but 17 News photojournalist Mickey Van Horn is on his way to the scene, and we will have an update for you this evening on 17 News at 5. 17 Court Watch now, and this afternoon, an update in the trial for the woman accused of murdering her grandchild. Beyond Dylan faces life in prison if convicted. Investigators say in 2018, Dylan's teenage daughter gave birth in their bathroom. Dylan is accused of drowning the baby in a bathtub. The baby's alleged father, Bakshin Palman, who is the birth mother's cousin, is still wanted by police for allegedly burying the baby's body. The trial was supposed to continue today, but one of the jurors did not show up. And this morning, Judge Kenneth Twisselman excused the jury for the day. The trial will resume Monday at 9:30 in the morning. And there's a Thanksgiving rush that is not supposed to be happening this year, but many Americans have decided they are willing to risk catching and spreading COVID and are traveling to be with their family or friends. NBC's Tom Costello is at Reagan National Airport in Washington.
This morning, doctors are bracing for yet another pandemic punch. A new White House report obtained by NBC News offering a stark warning. There is now aggressive, unrelenting, expanding broad community spread across the country without evidence of improvement, but rather further deterioration. Current mitigation efforts are inadequate and must be increased. That blunt assessment comes amid a nationwide surge in new cases, hospitalizations, and deaths since October. Dr. Anthony Fauci expressing regret for not pushing harder for mass testing earlier.
I said it went nowhere, and maybe I should have just keep pushing the envelope on that.
In the Midwest, cases are surging. Ohio's governor announcing a 21-day curfew starting tomorrow after reporting more than 7,000 new cases. South Dakota, the only state without a mask mandate, now the leader in hospitalizations per capita. And in the South, Arkansas's positivity rate topping 10%.
If Arkansas continues at the present pace, an additional 1,000 Arkansans that will die as a result of COVID-19 between now and Christmas.
Still, it's neighboring Texas that's been hardest hit, especially El Paso. It now has more cases than the Dallas and Houston areas combined.
This has just been what I would call like a tidal wave that hit.
Ashley Bartholomew, one of the hundreds of nurses doing their best to keep up. Hospitals here so flooded with record-setting COVID admissions, this convention center has been transformed into a field hospital.
I've seen more death and more sickness in the last 2 weeks than I've ever seen in my entire 10 years of being in healthcare.
Outside hospital walls, Walmart spearheading this pilot program to expand testing in El Paso, using drones to deliver at-home COVID tests.
It's here, guys.
A big idea taking off to help other hotspots as cases rise.
Now to the coronavirus in Kern. The Kern County Public Health Department announced 269 new cases this morning and one more soul lost. More than 9,000 people are recovering at home, while 79 remain isolated in local hospitals with more serious symptoms. To date, 448 people in Kern County have died due to COVID-19. And new this morning, the Bakersfield City School District will suspend all in-person instruction and support services beginning Monday. BCSD made the announcement this morning, citing a recent rise of COVID-19 cases in Kern County. The district did not specify about how long it plans to do in-person instruction, only saying the new policy will be in effect until further notice. And health officials say one of the best ways to help slow the spread of the virus is to get tested even if you do not have symptoms. The Kern County Latino COVID-19 Task Force is hosting 2 more free testing sites this week. The next is Saturday, starting at 9 a.m. at the Vallarta Supermarkets near the corner of Niles and Mount Vernon in East Bakersfield, and another one on Sunday, also at 9 o'clock in the morning at Vallarta on East Panama in Southeast Bakersfield. Walk-ins are welcome, and free face masks will be handed out at each site, courtesy of Adventist Health and Jim Burke Ford. And Rite Aid is expanding its free COVID-19 testing program to include people with or without symptoms. You must be 13 or older. You have to pre-register on Rite Aid's website, and there is a drive-through testing site in Bakersfield on Olive Drive. Testing will not be available Thanksgiving Day or Black Friday, but will resume on Saturday. And 17 News is your local election headquarters. It's been more than 3 weeks since Election Day, yet we still do not have a clear winner in the race for the 21st Congressional District. Just like 2 years ago, this race is shaping up to be one of the closest and last called in the nation. Now, as it stands now, Republican former three-term Congressman David Valadao is leading incumbent Democrat T.J. Cox by a margin of 1,820 out of roughly 162,000 total cast in this race so far. Now, district-wide, elections officials still need to get through more than 14,000 unprocessed ballots. That includes just over 11,000 here in Kern County. As soon as we receive an update from the elections office, we will bring that to you. And an update to a story we told you about this morning on 17 News at Sunrise. Just a few minutes, organizers of the third annual Lights of Thanks announced tonight's event has been postponed to next month. Now, we just found this out a few minutes ago. The United Veterans of Kern Memorial Day and Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day Association will now hold the event at Union Cemetery on Sunday, December 13th at 4 o'clock. But there is a big need for candles to mark the graves of our veterans. So you still have time to donate a candle to mark the grave of our veterans. Go to our website, kget.com, for more information on that. Sad news to report now. Argentinian soccer legend Diego Maradona, one of the sport's greatest players, has died. Among his many career highlights, Maradona is remembered for his infamous Hand of God goal in the 1986 World Cup. Brazilian media reporting the soccer star suffered from heart failure while recovering from brain surgery. He was 60 years old. Alrighty, shifting gears now to the Thanksgiving holiday. Kevin Charette has our answers how our Thanksgiving could look. Hey, Kevin.
Hey, Ton. Yeah, we are looking at a pretty good Thanksgiving. We've got a few things that we'll be watching for tomorrow morning in terms of some winds into the Kern County mountains. We have a light breeze out there right now, but we have clear skies as well from downtown from our KGET studios looking east, and our temperature holding at 63 with a light west-northwest wind at 7 miles per hour. Now, yesterday we hit 65. Normal for this time of year, 62, and the record of 79 was set back in 1914 on this date. And skies remain clear. I see no changes on that front. Daytime highs today will be in the 60s all around the state and even east of us. Phoenix will be the warm spot at 71. The beaches, Pismo today, sunny skies, 64 and a north-northwest wind 10 to 15. Here's a look at our air quality today. Going to be moderate with an AQI at 70. And today we'll call for temperatures in the 60s. Bakersfield 64, 62 in Delano, 59 out in Taft. And then for the mountains in the Kern River Valley, winds could gust near 50, 57 in Fraser Park, 53 in Tehachapi with 60s into the Kern River Valley. And then for the desert today, breezy as well, and 64 in Mojave. Your extended forecast, we will see the cool down tomorrow, 57 for your Thanksgiving under sunny skies. Back into the 60s by Friday and into the weekend. Overnight still chilly into the 30s and 40s for the mountains. Tomorrow a chilly day and also that breeze hanging around 49. Back into the 50s by Monday, near 60 by Sunday. And then for the Kern River Valley, upper 50s for your Thanksgiving, still keeping that breeze around. And then Friday rebounding into the 60s and near 70 as we approach Sunday. So overall, not a bad forecast for Kern County heading into Thanksgiving. Again, escaping any rain event that we saw last year. So overall, an A+. I hope everybody has a safe and pleasant Thanksgiving. We'll see you on Friday.
The coronavirus pandemic has negatively impacted the income of nearly half of all Americans. According to a new survey from Bankrate, 49% of those surveyed say they have taken a hit to their income due to the pandemic. That includes layoffs, furloughs, and reduced hours. In all, 59% of those suffering an income reduction from the pandemic expect it will take longer than 3 months to recover. Bankrate's chief financial analyst says the widespread hit is especially felt in the household income and the length of time for that income to recover, and a pervasive fear of it happening again all weigh on the economic recovery. Here at home this morning, the Bakersfield North Rotary Club and volunteers packaged and distributed 350 food boxes for north of the river families who otherwise may not have a Thanksgiving meal. This is the 19th year Bakersfield North Rotary has put on this distribution event. Still, the annual event looked a little bit different this year to ensure social distancing. Families lined up in their cars to receive the boxes. Organizers say one meal goes a long way.
I know that Bakersfield North Rotary always loves to provide for these families because, again, because it's like a family, you're providing for your own family, right? So we love to do it. Again, like I was talking about, it's a tradition for people, not just to get the baskets, but to provide the baskets as well. And so when we do that, everybody loves it.
Each food box includes turkey, potatoes, corn, and pie. In addition to donating, the folks at Bakersfield North Rotary also secured corporate sponsorships and pro bono services from various local companies.
Working in the spirit of the Golden Empire, this is 17 News at Noon.
The 17 News at Noon podcast is a production of KGET and Nexstar Media Group. For more on all of the headlines in today's show, head to KGET.com.